and welcome near Dietrich's Rock, where I'm right now. It's the rock where it's built, that so-called Dracula's castle, that you know it very well. We are of about 30 kilometers west from Brașov, in the southeast of Transylvania. It's pretty windy today here. I want to show you a little bit the surroundings. This is the courtyard of the castle, which was built during of the time of that niece of Queen Mary. Hello, Terry and Michael. That house that you can see it over there, it was rebuilt. It used to be the one of the houses, guest houses of the Queen. And up here where I'm right now, you have to climb this steep alley till the castle, which is, as I said, up on this beautiful rock. Okay, I hope you will enjoy the tour from today. I hope that inside of the castle the signal will not make me surprises, because I'm on mobile data. I'm not on the Wi-Fi of the castle, because Dracula don't like the modern technique. So he didn't install the high direct. He didn't install a Wi-Fi system. So I hope my network will not fail me. Okay, we have under 1 minute to the official hour of starting the tour. In US, I imagine it's about 10 a.m. So Sunday morning. And I will start to go slowly to the main entrance of the castle. And hi, Marty from Sydney. In Sydney, I imagine it's almost midnight. So before to enter inside of the castle, this is the main entrance. I want to tell you that the castle was originally built starting with 1340 by the Hungarian kingdom, which conquered Transylvania from the Romanians after about 100 years of fight. And it was an occupation which stayed here for about 800 years, till 1918, when the Romanians finally was getting united with their brothers from Moldova and Wallachia. So when the Hungarian king decided to build this castle here, he wrote into the document that he wants a castle on Dietrich's Rock, as I said. Dietrich was a captain of the Teutonic Knights, that German order, founded during the Crusades, which was camped between 1211 and 1225 here in Transylvania to defend these territories by the attacks of the Cumans, to build wooden fortresses, and to collect taxes for the Hungarian crown. When those Teutonic Knights starting to build stone fortresses and collect taxes for the Pope, the Hungarian king sent them away. Here, these Teutonic Knights, led by Dietrich, built a beautiful wooden fortress, which was used later by the Hungarian king to build this stone castle, having a lot of trust into the capacities of the Teutonic Knights to build fortresses in strategic places. So I'm going up to enter inside of Dracula's castle. Called Dracula's castle because Vlad the Impaler, the character which inspired Bram Stoker to write his novel, he was administrated the castle and owned the castle for a while, for a couple of years. And I will tell you a couple of stories here. I'm in the guard's room right now. And here I have the most important figures of the owners of this castle, starting, of course, with the Teutonic Knights, the first panel in the left. Then Ludovic I of Anjou, the Hungarian king, which gave the order to be built this castle. Near him, Mircea cel Bătrân is the grandfather of Vlad the Impaler. Sigismund of Luxembourg, Hungarian king. Iancov Hunedoara, governor of Transylvania in the 15th century. Vlad the Impaler, Dracula himself. Gabriel Bethlen, another governor of Transylvania under the Hungarian dominance. Michael the Brave, the first unifier of the whole Romanians into a single state in 1600. Gheorghe Rákóczi II, and from here starts the story with the niece of Queen Victoria, Queen Mary, the Queen of Romania. One of her daughters, Princess Ileana, the last owner of the castle till 1947, when the communists came from Soviet Union, put their hands on Romania and sent them away, all the royal family. Here we have the actors of the castle, one of the sons of Princess Ileana. And as far as I can see, only the Dominic Habsburg of Lothringen, it's still alive. His sisters passed away a couple of years ago. Here I have some maps of Romania in different phases. And I will start with this one from 1400. You will see with pink into the south, what do you call Wallachia usually. With blue, it's Moldova. And Moldova, it means the actual Republic of Moldova, which is here on the river Prut. This is the border between our territory of Moldova and Republic of Moldova, plus this side, which now belongs to Ukraine, because Stalin, after the occupation, gave it to the Ukrainians. In the middle of Romania, it's Transylvania, occupied by the Hungarians, and here in the south, Wallachia. This is the situation in 1400, during of the times of Vlad the Impaler. You can see, and Dracula here into the south, the whole Ottoman Empire, which was threatening Europe in those years. In 1600, we have the first union of all those three Romanian states by Michael the Brave. In 1859, the Little Union, as we call it, when Moldova and Wallachia get united together. As you can see here, Republic of Moldova was already occupied by the Russians for the first time in 1912. And here in 1918, the Great Union of the whole Romanians into the single state. Speaking about Dracula, I can tell you the fact that, why Dracula? Maybe you wonder. Dracula because the name of his father was Vlad. And his father was member of one of the orders of knights, which was fighting against the Ottoman Empire. And that order of knights was called the Order of the Dragon. So, because father of Vlad was member of this Order of the Dragon, and being very proud about this thing, he placed the dragon, which was the coat of arms of the Order, on his shield, on his flags, pretty much everywhere. But because of the fact that in the Romanian mythology and image, the image of the dragon, it's similar with the image of the devil, they call him Vlad the Devil or Vlad Dracul. So his son, Vlad the Impaler, was called Dracula or Dracula, which it means the son of the devil. So from here came the name of the character Dracula. That's why I used to say that Dracula is the son of his father, because Dracula, it means this, actually. Okay, now from here, I will go to the rest of the castle. I will part of the apartments of Queen Mary into the original castle, where Dracula stayed for a while, and because Wallachia, his country, with Hungary, with the Hungarian kingdom, now you get it back, was cooperating together with the Hungarian kingdom. So the name of Wallachia, that you know it very well, it means actually, yeah, it's because of the fact that, as I told you, now I think it's better because I can see green signal here. Okay, so if you can see me and hear me, please tell me to stay in this place. Okay, so Wallachia, it means actually the country of a nation which speaks the Latin language, because it's a very, it's an old German name used by the Germans to nominate their neighbors from the Roman Empire, and that word was Wallen. And because of the fact that the Germans was clashed with the Slavs, and the Slavs lost the battle, and okay, Vasarhei, yes. It means Vasarhei, I think it means marketplace, if I'm not wrong, Gratiela. So what can I say? Okay, so when the exactly market town. So when the Slavs met us, and they saw that we are speaking a Latin language, because we are a Latin nation from the mixture between the Romans and the Dacians, our direct ancestors. Our nation is here on this land till at least 3,000 years ago. So we are one of the oldest nations of Europe. So they call us Wallachians and our country Wallachia. And this is exactly the name that all the foreigners give it to us. We call ourselves Romanians and our country Romania. And it's a similar situation with the one from Hungary, Graziella, because you mentioned it. The Hungarians are calling themselves Magyars. We call them Hungarians. We call their country Hungary. They call their country Magyarország. So it's, or in Germany, you know, we said Germans, they said Deutsch. We said Germany, they said Deutschland. So, yes, Graziella. So exactly because of this, we have the same situation in Romania too. So Valachs or Romanians. And this Vlad the Impaler, when he was a little boy, he was forced by the political situation of his country and by his father to be a luxury prisoner, I can say, of the Sultan of the Turks. And I want to show you the bedroom of Queen Mary. I hope you can see and you can listen to me in the same time. So Vlad the Impaler was a luxury prisoner of Sultan Murad III, and as a warranty that his father, Vlad the Impaler, Vlad Dracul, will not start war against the Sultan. So he studied at the court of the Sultan with Mohammed II, the future conqueror of Constantinople in 1453, as you know. So when Vlad came to the throne of Wallachia in 1456 for the second time, he knew pretty much everything about the way of fight and of thing of the Turks, and he learned from them this punishment of the impalement that make him famous everywhere. So that's why this is the flag of Romania. This is the coat of arms of Romania, the actual one. It's missing only the coat of arms of Queen, which you can see it right in the middle with the crown over it. And it represents the coat of arms of the four provinces of Romania. Starting from the top left, it's an eagle, which was the coat of arms of Wallachia. The bull head, it was the coat of arms of Moldova. The lion to the left, to the down left, it was the symbol of Oltenia, and the vulture, the eagle with the spread wings and 7 towers underneath, it was the coat of arms of Transylvania, and the 2 dolphins, Dobroja, which it's our Black Sea coast. So speaking about Vlad the Impaler, when he came here on the throne of his country of Wallachia, he found a very bad situation of everything, politics, economy, military. So he decided to start his reign by giving a party, and he invited at this party all the beggars, all the thieves, all the criminals, or the lazy people, to give them a party. So they entered into the house for the party started, and at the middle of the party, he put fire on the house and burned them all, cleaning his country by all these elements which creating troubles. And then he said that the single punishment from now on will be death by being impaled. If you don't know the procedure, I will explain it to you. It's a very simple one. The convict, the man which should be executed was laid down on the ground. A very long and thick stick was placed between his butt cheeks, with 2 big hammers was introduced a little bit into his body, and then they lift up that big stick, and under his own weight, the man was impaled himself into that stick and was stayed like this, agonizing even days, till the birds was starting eating his eyes, and everything else. It was a very long and painful death. And because of this punishment, in about 1 year, the crime was going to 0 in his country. This is a small exhibition dedicated to Bram Stoker and to his novel Dracula. You can take a look, and I will continue to tell you. So, because of this, the crime was going to 0, and from here are starting the stories. So, for example, he placed on a well into the middle of a road a gold cup to have the people to drink water, and nobody stolen it because they knew which was the punishment. Another story says that in one day he was going to the country, and he saw a peasant working to the fields with the clothes pretty dirty and ripped off on his body, and he asked for the peasant. Yes, would be if that parent it's married, and the parent and the peasant said, yes, I'm married. Okay, lead me to your wife. They was going to the wife of the peasant, and Dracula asked her if her husband brought her enough hemp last year to have to make clothes from it. The answer of the woman was yes. And then Dracula asked her, then why your husband have these clothes ripped off and dirty on him? And he impaled the lady for being lazy. Another example, it says that a foreign merchandiser was passing by Wallachia, by his country, and he had an important amount of money. So he asked the owner of the inn where he was stopped for the night, where should I put my bag of money? And the answer was, let it in the middle of the street, and if till tomorrow morning we'll miss only a penny, I will pay you 10 times back. So he have done this. He placed the bag of money into the middle of the road. Dracula was passing by. He saw the bag of money. He asked what is all about. He received the explanation, and then he added another gold coin into that bag of money. And next day he was going by himself to give the bag of money to the foreign merchandisers, asking him to count it to see if all the money are inside. And all the time when this foreign merchandiser was counting, he was finding that extra coin added by Dracula overnight. And finally, after 2-3 times, he said, Your Highness, this gold coin is not mine. So the answer of Dracula was, because you went a very correct and right person and honest person, you are free to go. If you will hide it from me, that extra golden coin, I already prepared a spike for you. So he was not only cruel but also just, and a very good fighter against the Turks. And this is something very important for us, for the Romanians, because the Turks were in those years like ISIS, if you remember it from many years ago. So actually the main enemy, or like, I don't know, like Russia today maybe for some of you. So that's why, because he was like a pain in the back of for the Turks, they tried to capture him and kill him and eliminate him from the throne of Wallachia. Why? Because all their attempts to attacking the Western Europe was blocked somehow by the fact that here on the northern border of the Ottoman Empire was somebody which will fight for the Western Christianity, and that somebody have to defeat first. So that's why the Sultan Mohammed II, the conqueror of Constantinople, sent a troop of about 2,000 soldiers to capture Vlad. But Vlad organized a trap for them, captured them all, and then impaled all those 2,000 Turks to be an example for all his enemies. And after a couple of years after this, in 1462, Sultan Mohammed II decided to came by himself in front of the army to finish all the story with Vlad the Impaler. So imagine that it was very difficult to fight against of an army of the Ottomans, because if in the Western Europe you know about battles between maximum 5,000 soldiers, here I'm talking about 100,000 Turks and 40,000 Romanians, plus the Sekeys, the Hungarians, part of the Hungarians from Transylvania, which came to help Vlad to fight with the Turks. Sandy wasn't equal numbers of males and females. If you were a bad person, you was going up into the spike. Children, I don't think so. He was a very cruel guy, like everybody in those times. But I don't think that he will impale the children, because in our culture, the children are very important, are the future of the nation, and you have to be really, really crazy to do this. So no, I don't think so. Continuing the story, to defeat such a big army of the Ottomans, you have to apply a guerrilla war. So that's why he have done like all our other ancestors in front of a big enemy. He poisoned the wells, he burned all the villages, he burned all the grains, all the warehouses with food, everything, to destroy everything in front of the enemy. This is a cape and the costume of the Teutonic Knights. So because of this, and attacking, of course, the Ottomans day and night to create fear and to destroy as much as he could destroy. So for this reason, he decided to organize a night attack against the Ottomans. So he dressed 100 of his best soldiers into the uniforms of the Ottoman Empire, and he attacked the camp of the Turks, of the Ottomans, around midnight, putting fire, killing a lot of people. And Vlad was going to the Sultan's tent, thinking to kill him. Unfortunately, the Sultan wasn't inside of the tent in that moment, so Vlad missed his mission. So after 1 hour of fight against the Turks, the Romanians was pulled back out of the camp, and the Turks remained to kill between themselves till the morning because of the confusion. They didn't know which is a real Turk and which is a Romanian dressed like them. So because of this reason, this was a very big success of Vlad the Impaler, but not a very strong one, because the plan was to come here to Bran Castle where he was expecting to be helped by King Matthias of Hungary, one of the most glorious kings of this country. And now with Graziella, it's here. I will say something that she maybe doesn't like too much. He was half Romanian. We are very proud of this. And King Matthias do not help Vlad, because in that moment his interest was another one's, not to fight against the Sultan. And Vlad, with his fights, with his ambition to throw the Turks out from Europe, a little bit do not let the Hungarian king to develop his plans. So he take Vlad and put him behind bars in prison for about 12 years. But do not expect to a very harsh life in prison, because was another time a luxury prisoner like he's in childhood. And at the end of those 12 years, when the interests of Janco Funedoara, of King Matthias, the son of Janco Funedoara, or Hunia Dianoș, as Graziella know him, were to fight again against the Turks, he put Vlad back on the throne of Wallachia and helped him to fight against the Turks. Thank you, Samantha. Now we'll go to the third floor of the castle using the secret staircase, or the hidden staircase, discovered accidentally here by Queen Mary of Romania when she tried in 1930 to renovate the castle and to make it more suitable for a queen's residence. I will enter into the secret staircase, which is built inside of the wall. I will hope to not lose me, because the walls are very thick. And we'll talk into the next room, which will be the library of the castle. Let's see. I hope Dracula is not here. Actually, I hear that Dracula is in a visit to Moscow, to Mr. Putin. I don't know why. Okay, as far as I can see, the signal is okay. As far as I can see, the signal is okay. Apparently, my network works very well here. I will show you how it looks, the entire staircase from up here. Here it said, watch your head, because it's a very small door. This is the secret staircase. Okay, I will stay a little bit to take some pictures if you want. And those doors were so little because of many reasons. Imagine that in those times, to keep the warmth inside of the castle, it was better to have small openings, not big openings. Second, in case of invasion of the castle, a small opening was easier to be defended than a bigger opening. And third, the people were shorter than we are right now, 600 years ago. This is the library of Queen Mary. It's another exhibition dedicated to Vlad the Impaler. Actually, those images that you can see right here happened close to Brașov, my home city, close to the Spreng Hill, where it's a very beautiful Gothic church called St. Bartholomew Church. And yes, and I had a visit on that hill, and where it was this execution place of Vlad the Impaler, and on St. Bartholomew Church, and probably I will have another one this month. So I invite you all to follow me there too. Here is the moment to speak a little bit about Queen Mary. She was a niece of Queen Victoria, and she was married with Ferdinand, our king, because starting with 1866, we had a German dynasty on the throne of Romania, a dynasty from Hohenzollern-Sigmaringen family from Bavaria, was invited to the throne of Romania, just thinking the Romanian politicians that a king with connections everywhere in Europe would help Romania better in case of war or another dangers. And they had right. So that's why, with the help of Napoleon III, the citizen emperor of France, as he used to call him, we invited in Romania this Prince Charles, like Charles III, the king of Great Britain right now, which you will see that it's connected very well with Dracula and with my story. So this King Carol, this King Charles, from this German family Hohenzollern-Sigmaringen, came to Romania in 1866 and became the prince of the Romanian Principate. In 1877, this German king will gain a victory into the independence war against the Ottoman Empire and actually proclaim the independence of Romania in May 10, 1877. So that's why he was very loved by the Romanians. He stayed on the throne for about 47 years. And because he doesn't have children, his only daughter died at 5 years old by scarlet fever. He named as his descendant to the throne of Romania by his nephew Ferdinand. So this Ferdinand was married with this niece of Queen Victoria, with Queen Mary, and they became the king and the queen of the Romanians in 1914. Exactly when was started the Great War. Great War when Romania doesn't enter only in 1916 because we negotiate with the Allies our entrance into this war against Germany and Austro-Hungary, because our main interest was to liberate Transylvania under the Austro-Hungarian dominance. So that's why we enter in this war only in 1916. This is an image, and I will make a small break. It's a fresco from Moldovița Monastery in the north of Romania, in Bucovina, the north of Moldova, near the Ukrainian border. And these are paintings made on the exterior walls of the church, painted in 1530, 1535. And here I want to show you something really beautiful. It's a fragment from another painting from Voronezh Monastery this time. It represents the final judgment. It's only a fragment from this painting. You can see the red river of fire, which goes to the mouth of hell. And to the left side, you can see the devils with black, which are leading the sinners to the river of fire. To the right side, you can see the resurrection of the dead. Those animals are having in their mouths body parts of the humans, which was eaten by them. They are giving it back to be able, that man, to recompose his body and to present himself in front of God for the judgment. Here, it's the death of the good people, which you can see give his soul, that white person near his mouth, into the hands of an archangel. And here it's the death of the sinner, which is surrounded by devils, as you can see. And here it's King David singing or playing on a local instrument from Romania. It's like a balalaika, if you want it. And if you want to know more about the frescoes from the Orthodox churches of Romania, I wait to tomorrow on one of the most beautiful Orthodox churches near Brașov, with a very beautiful painting, to explain you more and to tell you more about all of this. Coming back to my story, here I'm on the terrace of the castle. You can see the fake well, because it's only for decoration. The real well is behind of that tree, inside of the walls of the castle, and was used by the Teutonic Knights as an escape place. So they was using that one to reach a tunnel, which was at the bottom of the fountain, and from that tunnel to get out from the castle. Also, you can see the gunpowder tower, which is right here in front of us. So Queen Mary became one of the most beloved queens from our history, because she's the one which impulsed his husband Ferdinand, a German, to enter in this war against Austro-Hungary and Germany to liberate Transylvania. So after 2 years of war, we finally were victorious, and in December 1st, 1918, Transylvania was united to Romania at the end. And of course, the Republic of Moldova, the one occupied by the Russians in 1812, was united with Romania in March 28 the same year. So Queen Mary received this castle as a donation from the authorities from here, from Bran, as a sign of appreciation for all his work, and to show all the love of the people from here for this beloved queen. This is the valley which is on the southern side of the castle. I call it the artillery platform, and you will see why, because here we have the places for the cannons. Of course, here it used to be the attic of the castle, and now this is the valley which actually crossed the meridional Carpathians, mountains which surrounded Transylvania like the walls, a fortress, if you want. So if you block the passes, it's pretty difficult to enter inside. Also, you can see in the valley that small stream, that small river, which it used to be way larger 600 years ago, and it used to be called the River of the Turks, as a proof that the Turks used this valley to enter in Transylvania and attack. Also, this castle was the border or the checkpoint of Transylvania, and you can still see into the valley to the left side of the road houses which were the checkpoint houses, and also you can see some fragments of that wall which together with the castle was forming an inner yard and transforming the fortress into the castle into a real fortress. Of course, where is now the road, it used to be a big gate which controlled all the people which was entering Transylvania in that moment. Also, connecting with the Bran Castle, we have a very nice story about the Queen Mary's heart. But till then, I want to show you the main tower of the castle, and I will stay for a while to let you take some pictures. So Queen Mary, at his death, he asked that his heart to be taken out from his chest and buried into a small church, which is now founded in Bulgaria, on the Bulgarian coast of the Black Sea, into the city called Balchik. It's a resort of the Bulgarians, and that territory was in that moment occupied by the Romanians. And I said occupied because I wasn't agree with the fact that in 1912 we interfered into a war between Bulgarians, Serbs, and Greeks, and occupied that territory from Bulgaria under the word that we are protecting the Romanian population existing there. So they buried the heart of the queen into this small church from that city. The church that you can see it here, it's a replica of that one. But in 1945, after the Second World War, when at the peace conference Bulgaria took back his territory from us, we were forced to move the heart of the queen from that place and bring it here near the Bran Castle, which was the favorite place of the queen, and we buried it into a very small cave inside of this mountain, which I show it to you right now. And the heart of the queen stayed there only for 10 years, not more, because around 1955 the communist authorities considered that the heart of the queen could be a place of resistance, could be a symbol of the anti-communist resistance, which existed in Romania, armed resistance into the Carpathian Mountains, starting with 1947 till 1962. And only a small group of fighters remaining to the Carpathians till 1973, where they were captured. The rest of the body, Sandy, of Queen Mary, it's buried into the necropolis, if you want, into the church from Curtea de Argeș, into the south of the meridional Carpathians. As you are looking forward from here, it's over the mountains, like 200 kilometers from here. Not even 120 probably. No, not even 200. So she's buried in Curtea de Argeș, into a church, a really beautiful church, which some of my tourists told me that it looks like the Taj Mahal for him. It's an example of Baroque, a very early Baroque here in Romania, built in 1500, 1520, if I'm not wrong. So maybe I will go there one day, because it's a really beautiful church, and it deserves to be seen by you. So she is buried there together with his husband, King Ferdinand, and with Carol I and Elizabeth, our first pair of kings. And of course, into a newer church near that one, it's buried the rest of the royal family, because our last king, Mihai, or Michael the First, he died, if I'm not wrong, like 5 years ago, at 95 years old. He was the last leader of a country which took part to the Second World War, which was still alive till nowadays. So he's buried there as well, and his family, his daughters are still alive, are in Romania, living here and being involved in a lot of activities of charity and helping the people. I will leave this former attic, this former artillery platform of the castle. I will go inside, where it's a small exhibition which talk about Romanian mythology of scary characters and scary stories. Here, for example, I'm into a room. You can see it's a centaurus, and the lady very scared in her home. The idea is that centaurus, or called the Caii lui Sântoader, the horses of Saint Toader, was coming to the house of the women, of the wives, which was working. You can see the loom behind of the wife, which was working into the rest days. For example, because of the religious celebrations mostly. So if you work in those days, you could have troubles because the horses of Saint Toader coming after you. Another story, it's about those ladies which are dancing there in that movie. Are some goddesses which was appearing mostly in June, where we have a celebration of them. And if in that moment you were a man alone into the forest, and those ladies were starting to dance around you, you can be mad or even die because of this dance. They were very, very powerful witches. Here you can see a man which lays down. You can see his hat. It's an example of what those powerful witches could do. Very interesting is the fact that we doesn't have in our mythology stories about vampires. This is something which probably came from the Irish culture of Miss Bram Stoker. But we have something similar, like for example the undead, which exist in our mythology. For example, people which are buried, then they are coming back now from the dead and walking through the villages, creating a lot of troubles to the population. This is a werewolf, and here are stories about the Dacians, the Dacian priests, like the druids of the Celts, which also were the depositaries of a lot of knowledges. And to give you a very small example, I will tell you that our direct ancestors, the Dacians, they had a calendar which was back to our calendar with only 20 minutes. So it was a solar calendar, but very similar with ours, very, very precisely. And from here, I will continue my journey. I hope that the rest of the rooms are open. And as far as I can see, with that small exception from the beginning, my signal it's going very well. I will try to go up to the tower of the castle, which I show it to you from the artillery platform. Here is another small exhibition that I will show it to you. Now that's more like it. That's like more than Dracula's castle. Here it's a very beautiful Halloween party every year, and my travel agency, Visit Transylvania Travel, it's doing since 15 years ago one of the best Halloween parties in Romania. We are using for this the castle from Hunedoara, for the Hunia Castle, and it's one of the oldest medieval castles from Romania. So we do there very, very good Halloween parties and Halloween tours. And of course, this year we'll be here at the Bran Castle too with our guests. And of course, every year we had a private tour for our guests, for our tourists in that tour of the Bran Castle. So we organized even this year this Halloween tour. Halloween is celebrated like Christmas in the same date every year, October 31st. Here you can see images from the movies with Dracula, and of course a coffin. Maybe we'll open and Dracula will come up to say hello to us, or maybe not. So as you can see here, it's a very small artifact from the Dracula movie made in 1992. It's a certificate of authenticity. It's the costume collection inventory and was issued to the set in 2001, belonging to one of Dracula's goddesses, which played in Bram Stoker's Dracula in 1992. It's here at Dracula's castle in Bran. So as you can see, we have some stories, and no, this is not a decoration for Halloween Sunday. This is something permanent here. It's a permanent exhibition. But what I wanted to tell you, it's the fact that, for example, Mr. Bram Stoker, he was inspired not only by Dracula, by his name and by his cruel facts, but also he was inspired by one of the Hungarian countesses which lived here in Transylvania, Elizabeth Báthory, which says the stories, used to take bath in virgin's blood to maintain her skin fresh, probably because the night creams doesn't existed in those years. So Mr. Bram Stoker combined this cruel lady, which used the blood to take bath, and the name of Dracula and the cruelty of Vlad, to create this immortal character, Dracula. I will leave the tower of the castle, going down little by little to tell you another stories about this castle. And I was mentioning it before that exists a connection between King Charles III and Vlad the Impaler, our Romanian ruler. And on October 3rd, Graziella. So the story, the connection is the next one. Here I have the entire family tree of Vlad the Impaler. It starts from the bottom with Basarab I, one of the first Romanian rulers. Is the one which founded Wallachia as Romanian country, and then passing by Mircea cel Bătrân, which was the grandfather of Vlad the Impaler. You can see it right here. Going up, Vlad Dracul, it's the father of Vlad the Impaler. And here it's Vlad Impaler Dracula Voivod. Voivod, it's a Serbian word which named the military leader of a country. And here are his brothers. and this is one of his uncles, Radu II Prasnaglava. The fascinating thing in here, it's the fact that King Charles III of Great Britain, from now, the former King Charles, he discovered a connection between his family and the family of Vlad the Impaler. So according to his researches, not entirely proved yet, King Charles III, it's a direct descendant of Vlad the Impaler. Which, if will be proved, now they are trying to make all the links, all the connections between all the marriages. If this will be proved, will be something. And here it's Vlad the Impaler, Dracula, which, as you can observe, he had a star on his head, and it's an octagon. It's very weird because the octagon is somehow the symbol of the resurrection, because are 7 days of the creation and the 8th day of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, which it's one of the most powerful symbols into the Romanian Orthodox Church. From here, I will continue to get down on the main staircase of the castle. Sunt cam ultimul, nu? Okay. And here I'm into the antechamber for the music room, for the library room of Queen Elizabeth that we visited together at the end of the secret staircase. And here I will go to the apartments of the king. So Queen Mary was staying here in these apartments from the first floor, the first one I show it to you there where I lost the signal a couple of times. And his husband was living also at the first floor, but into another wing of the castle. Is this wing from here. And here, for example, we have a so-called Saxon chamber. It's a door painted with the colors and the vegetal and the floristic decorations of the Germans from Transylvania. Germans colonized here together with the Hungarians by the king, by the Hungarian king, because he needed the Hungarians to defend the eastern border of Transylvania, because the Romanians obviously they want the Hungarians out from their country, not to defend them, to defend it for them. And the Germans, because the Romanians were mostly peasants and shepherds, so not very good merchandisers or artisans. So that's why the Hungarian king invited here the Germans, because they were very good artisans and merchandisers, to develop a little bit the economy of the province. The stoves, the fireplaces that you can see it in here, were pretty useless during of the harsh winter times from here. Even now in Romania we have -10, -15 Celsius degrees during the winter and a lot of snow. But they try to use it. This is King Ferdinand, the one which was crowned as the king of the whole Romanians in 1922 in Alba Iulia, another beautiful Romanian city where I hope to go one day for a live. The crown that you see it on his head, it's an iron crown made from iron obtained from a Turkish cannon captured during the Independence War in 1877. So it's a crown which symbolizes our independence. And here it's one of the most beautiful Romanian cities, Cluj-Napoca, or Kolozsvár in Hungarian. This is it's a picture with St. Michael Cathedral. It's a beautiful Gothic cathedral, and the Union Square. And this is the statue of King Matthias of Hungary and his generals. This is another church, and one of the fortifications of the Germans from Transylvania. And of course here it's our friend Dracula coming back with the carriage after a night of hunting. I will enter into the king's bedroom. Here we have displayed copies after the crown and the scepter of the king's ancestors from Bavaria, Germany. Nothing to do with that iron crown of the Romanians, which I showed to you before. It's a fireplace, it's a stove, made somewhere around 1800 and decorated with the 10 virtues. Of course, the fidelity virtue, it was with the face to the wall. I wonder why. And it's a copy. It's not the original bed. The original bed lies into another collection of the Romanian state. And this is part of the collection of the actual owners of the castle. As you can see, that Solomonic small columns. And the real bed is here. This is the image of the real bed. I will zooming in a little bit just to see it, how beautiful was carved that bed. And to understand that the original carving of the bed have a lot to do with the side of the door, which is facing to the bedroom, which is carved like this. So the carving of this side of the door was carved exactly like the bed, just to fit with the royal bed. And on the other side, this door, it's painted with the same decorations of the Germans from Transylvania and with the same colors, just because the reason that here in this beautiful room, where it used to be the place room of the children's, up the beams are painted exactly like this side of the door. Yes? With these flowers and vegetal things. And of course here at the end of the beams, they have coat of arms of different fortresses and castles around of the Bran Castle. This one, for example, is the coat of arms of Sibiu, or Hermannstadt in German. And here it's the coat of arms of Transylvania, which I showed it to you before. It's an eagle, the sun, the moon, and 7 towers, symbolizing the 7 fortresses, the 7 fortified cities, which was forming that Universitas Saxonum, which used to be the name of the alliance between the Germans and the Hungarians, alliance which ruled Transylvania starting with 1437. Yes, the tourists can come to the castle for the Halloween. They are organizing their own party and will attend with our tourists from this year, with the tourists which are coming from with our agency, Visit Transylvania Travel, attending to the party of the castle, because this year we doesn't have the opportunity to do our regular party at Huniad Castle in Hunedoara, because of the fact that they are working to the main hall where we are used to keep our party. So that's why we have to do the Halloween tour and to organize the party here at the castle. So if you want to come this year, I wait you to join the tour, and probably will meet you there because I will be part of it. This is a costume, a folkloric Romanian costume from the south of Romania, from the Argeș County. It was worn by Princess Ileana, one of his traditional Romanian costumes. We have beautiful decorations on those costumes, and according with the area which are made from those costumes, the colors are different, the decorations are different. So to be able to recognize it from region to region. Here it's another small exhibition. For example, coat of arms. The one with from here is the coat of arms of Brașov, a crown sitting on a cutted tree with roots. Să rămână? Nu, eu. Fleur de lis, the symbol of the knights, which was the coat of arms of Brașov County. another shield belonging to Gheorghe Racoții II, and here it's the shield of King Matthias of Hungary. It's a crown, it's a crow with a ring in its beak. It's a very old story which says that when King Matthias was a child and his father, the Romanian Voicu, the Romanian Ianco Funedoara, known in the Western history as Hunia de János, was a child. This Ianco Funedoara, this Hunia de János, with Romanian parents, was going to Hunedoara to take the castle in their possession, and they had a ring received as a gift and as a recognition sign from King Sigismund of Luxembourg of Hungary that they are the new owners and masters of the castle. And on a lunch place where the family was stopped to eat into the beautiful forest, after the lunch they take a nap, that his parents, and the crown and the crow actually was coming to steal that ring, and he stolen the ring and was going to rest on a branch of a tree from nearby. And the young Iancu of Hunedoara, the young Hunia de János, saw exactly Grațiela, killed the crow with an arrow and recovered the ring. And for this reason, the coat of arms of family of Iancu of Hunedoara, of Hunia de János, was this crow with the ring in its beak, and they add to the name of the family the word Corvinus, from corvus in Latin, which it means crow. So Matthias Corvin, Grațiela, being the son of Hunia de János, take the coat of arms of his father. That's why I'm saying that Matthias, it's half Romanian, because his father was 100% Romanian, which for us as a Romanians, it's a pride. And probably for, I don't know, other people, not necessarily Hungarians. Those are weapons from Transylvania. This is Vlad the Impaler, again, Dracula. And here we have also armors, and this is a very special armor here because it's a crossbow near it. It's a crossbow soldier, and it's there because the first documentary attestation of the crossbow in Transylvania, it's connected with the presence of about 15 crossbow mercenaries here at the Bran Castle to defend it, and they carried with them crossbows. So that's why we have the first documentary attestation of the crossbow in Romania in the 16th century here. They came from Scotland, those crossbow people. And Grațiela, because you mentioned the church to Buddha of Matthias, I want to tell you that it's one of the most beautiful Gothic churches I saw in Europe, and you can do a real lesson of Gothic near it. And here, it's another particularity of Transylvania are the famous fortified churches and fortifications from here. This one, it's from Kölnik. It was the residence of one of the leaders of the generals from Transylvania, and you can observe that massive tower from the middle of the yard. That massive tower, it was a home tower, I can call it, or a house tower, and it was the main residence of the nobiliars, of the nobles from the medieval times, which it means the year 1000 or 1011. It consists into a tower of about 3, 4, even 5 floors, but not higher, where the guardians was living on the last floor to be able to defend the tower, and the ruler, the noble, on the bottom to be able to defend himself much better. And from this home tower was starting to be developed the castles from later, surrounding the tower with a wall, as you can see here, building a tower, another bulwark, and so on till the bigger castles from today. Also here we have costumes, original costumes used in historical Romanian movies. This one was about Mircea the Elder, the grandfather of Dracula. This was the original costume used in the movie Vlad Țepeș, which was filmed in Romania in 1972. You can find it on YouTube, subtitled in English, if you want to see it. And this one is the original costume from the movie The Maze with Three Seals, about the union of Michael the Brave. I will leave this room and I will go to the defense corridor of the castle, which goes round of about 360 degrees, just to be able to defend the castle from all the sides. Let's see. I hope the signal it's still okay, because I'm near very thick walls. If you want to take some pictures. Okay. Okay. And here I want to show you a last thing. It's one of the few. It's one of the few original windows of the castle developed in the 14th century. It was consisting to a piece of wood which was moving like this, and they had the possibility to shoot into the enemy opening this window. I will close it back. Okay. And from here, I will offer you another possibility to take another picture to the castle from another angle. Okay. And from here, let's go back to the yard. If you picture of the entire castle, I will ask you to be patient and wait. Please ask me. So if you have any kind of questions about the castle, about the history of Romania, everything, you can ask me now. I'm going downhill into a very good spot for you to take pictures to the castle. So I have some time till I will be there. I told you about the Halloween tour and about the Halloween party that we are organized with Visit Transylvania Travel. We do a lot of tours in Romania since 16 years ago. We are yes, King Charles has a great affinity to Romania. He came here since 20 years ago probably, and he bought a house into a German village called Viskri, where I plan to go this week. It's a beautiful fortified church built also by the Germans, by the Teutonic Knights, and I will show his home where I ate a couple of years ago because it's a small restaurant inside. Yes, Cheryl. That thing with the wooden stake, it's something. Is the treatment for the vampires, which Mr. Bram Stoker inventing it, and we have it in Romania as well. You're welcome, Derek and Amy. Thank you as well. I hope you like the tour. So yes, Dracula was beheaded actually. If you wonder how he died, so he came at the throne of Wallachia, at his country, after 12 years, only for 3 months, because he was killed by his own nobles during of a battle against the Turks, because they had enough battles against those, and they didn't want to fight anymore, so they killed him. He was beheaded, and his head was transported to Istanbul and displayed on a spike, of course, on the crossroads. And even today, we have his body apparently buried on an island into the middle of a big lake near Bucharest, the capital of Romania, where, if I will arrive this year, I will do a tour from there, if they will let me to do it, and I will show you that grave of Dracula. I'm glad, Lisa, that you like the tour. So, Lauren, if you like it, I'm very happy. I'm very close to the picture point. If you take a little bit of patience, here I can show you the lake a little bit, organized by Queen Mary in 1930. Yes, pictures of his gravesite I have already, but I want to do a tour. I want to do the tour. So look what beautiful image I have for you. Of the castle. You can take it. I will try to change the angle a little bit to have more light, to be much brighter. Maybe now, with a couple of branches of a tree. Okay, I'm glad you like it. Yes, on Halloween I will be here, Nicoletta, because I have a group. I have a tour of Halloween with Visit Transylvania Travel with my agency. So I definitely will be here. And I will show you, I will do another live on Halloween tour from here. So if you will be around, I will be happy to join me. Graziella, I'm happy that you like the tour. I will, Lisa, everyone, every time you want to come in Romania for a visit, just send me a message on Visit Transylvania Travel and I will do it for you. I will be your guide. Hauntings for animals, or we talk about vampire hauntings? I'm glad, Joe from Leicester, that you love it. Yes, Cheryl, I can do it. d03gmail.com. Okay. Cheryl, if you want, send me an email. Send me an email on Visit Transylvania Travel email. If you will write Visit Transylvania Travel on Google, you will reach my agency. Send me an email and will arrive right to me, and I will send you the pictures. I'm glad, Michael, you like it. Hauntings of people executed. Yes, we have a lot of haunted places in Romania. I actually had on my travel agency some clients which were groups of spirit seekers, if you want, and they confirm me that are many buildings in Romania and in Transylvania which are haunted. Yes. I have a hotel in Sighișoara, which is Dracula's birthplace, where I stayed many times in the last 16 years, and this is one of the haunted places in Sighișoara. Fortunately, I never met with the spirits. Yes, Graciela, I wait for you. Just send me an email on office.visittransylvania.com and I will see what we can do. Okay, with this image of the castle, I will end my tour from Dracula's castle. And if you are interested, I wait you for tomorrow for a discussion about the Greek Orthodox Church, about Greek Orthodox paintings and art, about the Byzantine art, and all about these kind of things. I wish you a good day, a good night, or a good evening, and I'll meet you on my next tours. Thank you very much.